The sword left its sheath with a sound like winter splitting stone. Xianxia did not attack immediately. That restraint saved his life for one more breath. The blade in his hand was plain iron no longer. Once drawn, its surface revealed the darkness hidden under the disguise, a black edge webbed with red veins, each vein pulsing as if it had been grown from a living heart. The sword had drunk too much blood in its life. Lin Fan had personally fed it the souls of 9 sword cultivators who refused to kneel. It had been fierce then, but loyal to his seal. Now the seal was gone. No. Not gone. Turned inside out. Lin Fan looked at the sword and saw where Xianxia had carved his own soul blood into the old mark. Not enough to erase Lin Fan's ownership. Enough to make the blade hesitate between master and disciple. A coward would have chosen a new weapon. Xianxia had chosen to corrupt the old one. That was better. You improved, Lin Fan said. Xianxia's eyes tightened. Praise from Lin Fan had always been rare enough to become poison. Even now, standing beneath a killing formation with rebellion in his hand, he could not stop the old instinct from reacting. Ch03 saw it. Pain flashed across her face. Perhaps she understood then that freeing Xianxia from Lin Fan's shadow would not happen simply because he pointed a sword at the man. Chains did not fall away when the prisoner hated them. Hatred often made a better lock. Do not listen to him, she said. Xianxia's jaw shifted. I know. Lin Fan's gaze moved between them. Do you? The red smoke around the stairway thickened into strands. They rose from the carved names and twisted above the courtyard, forming lines of script that did not belong to any living language. Each character carried a small cry. Old fear. Old resentment. Old prayers spoken by people too weak to change their own endings. The heavenly slaughter formation was not fully awake yet, but it had begun to remember its purpose. Across the peak, sealed pavilions groaned. The medicine furnaces in the eastern cliff cracked. The black lotus in the northern pond sank beneath the water. Sword marks on the western ridge bled silver light and then went dark. Heavenly Void Peak, the mountain Lin Fan had shaped for centuries, was being rewritten one vein at a time. He allowed it for the moment. Information was worth more than impatience. Xianxia raised the sword, point angled toward the ground. Lin Fan. For the first time in 300 years, he did not say master. The mountain shook. Not from Lin Fan's anger. There was no anger. The shake came from Xianxia himself. His soul had torn something open when he cast away the title. A karmic thread snapped between them, and the formation seized the broken end with hunger. Red light crawled along the sword. Ch03 inhaled sharply. Xianxia's expression barely changed, but blood slipped from his left eye. Lin Fan watched the tear of blood slide down the disciple's cheek. A public severing, he said. You wanted the formation to witness it. Xianxia smiled without warmth. You taught me not to waste pain. I taught you better timing. The smile vanished. Lin Fan took another step down. The courtyard floor bent under his pressure. Stone slabs sank in a perfect circle around his boot. The red smoke recoiled, then surged back like starved blades that had waited too long to remember fear. Ch03 lifted her wrist. The pale ring around it shattered into 9 pieces of moonwhite light. Each fragment flew outward and buried itself in the courtyard, the stairway, the roof eaves, the stone table, the railings, the shadow beneath the throne hall door. The fragments did not strike Lin Fan. They struck the places his formation should have used to answer him. The missing 7th echo returned. It returned as a scream. Deep beneath the hall, the hidden formation lines Lin Fan had built across centuries ignited one after another, but the light was no longer violet. It burned white, then red, then black. The air filled with the smell of scorched jade. Ch03 lowered her hand. Her face had become even paler. The lower seals are opened, she said. Xianxia's sword rose. The disciple seal is severed, he said. From the clouds below, thousands of voices whispered together. The karmic debts are offered. Lin Fan looked past them. The sea of clouds had changed. Faces pushed against the mist. Not living faces. Not ghosts in the ordinary sense. Reflections of hatred, shaped by blood offerings from those who had survived him or inherited fear from those who had not. He saw old sect banners hanging upside down in the fog. He saw clan elders with hollow eyes. He saw children who had grown into adults with revenge fed to them like milk. He saw demons, immortals, sword saints, poison masters, righteous hypocrites, oathbreakers, cowards, fanatics. All of them had contributed something. Not enough to face him alone. Enough to become part of a blade in someone else's hand. Lin Fan's eyes narrowed slightly. The formation scale was larger than he had calculated. That meant preparation across many realms. That meant communication between factions that normally would rather eat one another's bones. That meant someone had convinced hatred to organize itself. Xianxia was not capable of that yet. Suwan was capable of opening a door, not gathering an army of shadows. So the third hand remained hidden. Lin Fan filed the thought away. Suwan stepped onto the courtyard. The 9 fragments of pale light answered her movement. A circular mark appeared beneath Lin Fan's feet. It was thin at first, only a line of white fire. Then a second circle appeared outside it. Then a third. Each circle carried a different aura. Suwan's grief. Qianmo's severed loyalty. The resentment of the dead. The fourth circle appeared black. Lin Fan did not recognize its source. That was the most interesting part of the night. There it is, he said. Qianmo's eyes flickered. What? The thing neither of you understands. Suwan's brows tightened. The black circle expanded beneath Lin Fan's feet. It did not burn. It drank light. Wherever it passed, the jade floor lost reflection, texture, and spiritual breath. It was not demonic chi. It was not death chi. It was not heavenly tribulation intent. It felt like the space between two thoughts. For the first time, Lin Fan stopped moving. The hidden hand had quality. Perhaps this night would not be entirely disappointing. Qianmo misread the pause. His fear turned into hope. He stepped forward, sword angled across his body. You are trapped. Am I? Heavenly Void Peak has been sealed from root to summit. Your throne hall is hollow. Your lower arrays answer us. The outer space is folded, the inner space is judged, and every karmic debt you created has become a chain. Qianmo's voice grew steadier with each word. You cannot leave. You cannot break the formation without cutting your own mountain apart. You cannot kill us before the formation recognizes your intent. Lin Fan looked at him. Qianmo's confidence faltered. Lin Fan asked, Did you prepare that speech yourself? The humiliation struck like a slap. Qianmo vanished. The sword strike arrived before the sound. Black light cut across the courtyard toward Lin Fan's throat. It moved with the speed of a thought and the precision of a man who had spent centuries studying the smallest gaps in Lin Fan's defenses. Qianmo had chosen the correct angle. Not the heart, not the brow, not the dantian. Too obvious. He aimed for the half-inch of space beneath the left side of the jaw where Lin Fan's sovereign robe shifted when he turned. The sword reached that gap. Lin Fan raised 2 fingers. The black edge stopped between them. The courtyard cracked. A ring of force exploded outward. Stone railings shattered. Lantern poles tore free and spun into the dark. The red smoke above them scattered into screaming fragments before coiling back into place. Qianmo's eyes widened. He pushed both hands against the hilt. The sword did not move. Lin Fan held it lightly, as if stopping a falling leaf. Correct angle, Lin Fan said. Insufficient heart. Qianmo roared. Sword intent erupted from his body. 1,000 black lines appeared in the air around Lin Fan, each one aimed at a fatal point. The intent was vicious, compressed, and astonishingly pure. For an instant, the courtyard seemed to become the inside of a sheathed blade. Lin Fan did not release the sword. His fingers tightened. The black blade screamed. Cracks ran through the red veins on its surface. Qin Mo's face twisted. Blood burst from the wound beneath his eye. The sword was connected to his soul blood, damaging one toward the other. Su-wan moved. She crossed the distance without sound, white sleeves opening like wings. Her palm struck not toward Lin Fan's chest, but toward his shadow. The moonlight fragments buried in the courtyard answered. Lin Fan's shadow rose from the ground. It wrapped around his ankles. For the first time that night, something touched him. Not enough to bind. Enough to delay. Qin Mo pulled the sword free and retreated 3 steps, breathing hard. His right hand shook. He hit it by lowering the blade, but Lin Fan had already seen. Su-wan landed beside him. Her palm was bleeding. Striking Lin Fan's shadow had cost her flesh, and the wound refused to close. Black frost spread along her lifeline. Lin Fan glanced at the frost. You should cut off the hand. Su-wan looked at him. Still giving advice? It was not advice. It was measurement. Her fingers trembled once. He had measured how much pain she could endure before choosing retreat. Qin Mo spat blood onto the stone. The blood did not splash. It sank into the courtyard and lit another formation mark. His expression changed. Lin Fan followed the movement of the blood. So that was intentional. Qin Mo smiled with red teeth. You taught me to lose useful blood. The mark beneath Lin Fan's feet completed. The 4 circles turned together. Above Heavenly Void Peak, the cloudless sky split open. No thunder came. No lightning. Only a vertical wound of red light stretching from the moon to the mountain peak. Beyond the wound hung a field of darkness filled with countless thin chains. Each chain held a name. Each name glowed with resentment. The heavenly slaughter formation had fully awakened. The pressure descended. The first chain fell from the sky and struck Lin Fan's shoulder. His robe flared with sovereign light. The chain shattered. The second chain struck his wrist. It shattered too. The third wrapped around his throat. Lin Fan lifted a hand and broke it. 10 chains fell. Then 100. Then 1,000. The courtyard disappeared beneath red light. Qin Mo and Su-wan retreated to the edge of the formation, protected by the pale fragments and the severed disciple seal. Even so, their faces changed. The pressure leaking from the execution field bent their knees and forced blood from their ears. Lin Fan stood at the center. Chains struck him from every direction. Some shattered against his robe. Some dissolved under sovereign chi. Some broke when he looked at them. Yet each broken chain became smoke, and each thread of smoke sank into the circles beneath his feet. The formation was not trying to overpower him in a single blow. It was counting. Every resistance became evidence. Every broken chain became proof of karmic violence. Every act of defense fed the judgment that demanded execution. Lin Fan understood the design. Ancient, vicious, elegant. The more powerful the target, the deeper the trap. Qin Mo sought his expression and laughed, breathless. Do you see it now? Lin Fan turned his head slightly. That small movement made Qin Mo's laughter die. I see, Lin Fan said. His voice passed through the falling chains without strain. Su-wan's face tightened. Qin Mo shouted, then kneel. Lin Fan raised his right hand. The entire mountain lowered. Not physically. Spiritually. Every surviving array vein beneath Heavenly Void Peak bent toward him. Every shattered lantern flame, every cracked tile, every sleeping weapon buried in old vaults, every drop of blood spilled by his enemies and stored within the stone answered the call of its true owner. For one impossible breath, the heavenly slaughter formation stalled. Qin Mo stumbled backward. Impossible. Su-wan's eyes widened. Lin Fan's hand closed. The 1,000 falling chains froze in midair. He looked through them at the disciple and the Tao companion who had come to kill him. "You prepared a grave," he said. "But this mountain is mine." Then he pulled. The frozen chain snapped sideways, tearing through the red wound in the sky. A sound like 10,000 bells breaking rolled across the clouds. The carved names on the stairway flickered wildly. Hidden screams rose from the mist as distant contributors to the formation felt the backlash touch their souls. Xianxia dropped to one knee. Su-wan coughed blood into her sleeve. For a moment, the night looked as if it might shatter under Lin Fan's hand. Then the black fourth circle beneath his feet moved. It did not resist him. It opened. The space under Lin Fan became depthless. The sovereign chi he had drawn from the mountain vanished into it as if poured into a bottomless well. Lin Fan's eyes sharpened. The hidden hand revealed its first tooth. From the black circle, a chain rose upward. It was not red. It carried no name. It gave off no resentment, no grief, no hatred, no karma. It was simply black. It passed through the sole of Lin Fan's boot, through flesh, bone, meridians, and soul, without breaking the skin. For the first time in 3,000 years, Lin Fan felt his power fail to answer instantly. Xianxia lifted his head, stunned. Su-wan stared at the black chain with naked fear. She had not known. Lin Fan saw that, and the answer pleased him more than it should have. "So," he said softly, "both of you were also used." Xianxia's mouth opened, then closed. The formation's red light painted half his face, but the other half had gone colorless under the reflection of the black chain. He wanted to deny it. Lin Fan could see the denial forming, searching for words large enough to hide inside. No words came. Xianxia had trusted a guidance he did not understand because it promised a path beyond fear. Now that path had shown teeth, and he had no doctrine prepared for being prey. Su-wan looked at Xianxia. That glance was brief, but it carried more accusation than any shouted question. She had accepted guilt for opening the seals. She had accepted death for turning herself into a bridge. She had not accepted ignorance. Ignorance made sacrifice look foolish, and Su-wan had always feared foolishness more than pain. The black chain ignored them both. The black chain tightened. Heavenly Void Peak screamed.